Hey guys, so good evening. Welcome back to another edition of our Stocks by Request, where we feature the top stocks that you guys requested via social media. And what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about 10 stocks. Comment below 10 stocks. And those 10 stocks total around, if I did my math correctly, around 3.2 billion pesos worth of value turnover for the day. Please do note that the market closed up at 6335.56, slightly up 0.18%, but the value turnover was only 6 billion. Or not only, but it was relatively decent at 6 billion. But the 10 stocks that we will talk about is 3.2 billion. So it's more than half of the turnover in the market for the day. So what I want to talk about is Dito, PDO, SM, Converge, SM Prime, BPI, AC, MM, Ali, and PLDT. Comment below if you're excited. Comment below if you want to learn all of this. So I want to start it off with PLDT. By the way, this is the index. So as you can see, no, it's still moving from a support and resistance level of 6172 support, 6372 resistance. So tomorrow, if it's down, it's mainly because it's close to the 6372 6372 resistance, or if it breaks out, then it pushes forward and it now has a shot again to attack the 6583 resistance level. But as of the time of this filming, 6372 resistance, 6172 support. So there. All right, let's begin. Let's start with PLDT. PLDT today, was a bit interesting also. The stock was down 0.2259%. From 1328 yesterday, value turnover was 161 million. It had a volume of around 121,425. Now, walang nagbago though in terms of its progression, meaning from the time we last did the video on PLDT, if you look at this, it's mainly support is right here. It has not changed. 1274, walang nagbago, and the resistance 1484. But if you'll allow me to draw a shorter resistance, this is the shorter resistance that we currently have for PLDT. So support still right now is at the 1274 level, meaning failure to continually break this may bring the stock back here to the 1274 level, and the tradable range resistance is at the 1362 from a short-term perspective. Current range right now that it's trading, I really believe it's this: support 1274, resistance 1362, breakout from 1362. It could try to attack the 1485 level. Failure to hold this level 1273 could bring the stock back down to 1174. By the way, as I continue to progress and share this, please do not buy, sell, hold, avoid the stock just because someone on YouTube, on the internet, is talking about it. You need to do your own due diligence. You need to do your own research because it's your money, it's your responsibility. And that's what's gonna make you money over the long term, that alam nyo yung pinapasok nyo, hindi lang kayo nakikinig sa sinasabi ng ibang tao. So that's it for PLDT. Let's talk about Ayala Land. Comment Ayala Land. Ali, along with Jollibee, has been one of the most requested throughout the years. Dito is catching up also as one of the most requested stocks in our YouTube channel. Now, this is where Ayala Land is. Its current progression. Support is 30.74. Resistance is 33.84. If you look at it, it tried to break past that a couple of days ago by the end of October, but heavy selling also brought it down. So please remember, support 30.75, resistance 33.85. Your progression, your range, this one is around 10.6%. If you from the 30.74 level to the resistance of the 33.84. So breakout from 33.84, resistance is 37.95. If it goes to 30.74, failure to hold that level will bring it to 28.67. And if you'll allow me to zoom out here, you will see that the sideways range on which it was consolidating since March, we still have not gone out from that particular level. Ali for today had a value turnover 180 million. Shares volumes was around 5.5 million. Stock price yesterday was 33 pesos per share, bringing it down to 0.61% for the day. Now, let's talk about Mart. Mart was up 6.67%, closed at 3.68. Value turnover was 185 million. So much better than PLDT, much higher also than Ayala Land, which makes it a bit interesting because if you look at this, I'll erase this first, and this, if you look at it, I noted that the 3.61 level as an area of resistance that for the past, I don't know, since this part of June after the IPO, it has not gone above the 3.61 level. So that being said, please watch out if Mart breaks past the 3.61 level and stays above the 3.61 level, it will solidify itself as a support. But not just that, if you note this, it will progress and move into this upward trending line that we actually have. Then it could confirm also here and make its own another higher high, confirming the upward movement that we have also for Mart. So please watch out. Mart just broke out 3.61. Watch if the 3.61 level will confirm itself as a level of support, but failure to hold the 3.61 level will just bring Mart back to the 3.26 level. So I think, no, this is, if you'll peg a resistance here, this is the highest price that it has ever been, 4.5, and that was hit June 18. So we are roughly July, August, September, October, November, close to 5 months since it hit its all-time high. So if Mart stays above 3.61, then it has a shot to attack or at least go to the 4.5 level. But rest assured, we're gonna update you guys on this. And sure, update ko kayo kasi lagi nyo itong request also. This is one of the most requested stocks also ever since the IPO was there. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that's helping you. And you know what's interesting? Also, it's pressing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, let's continue. We talked about Ayala Land. We're going to talk about its conglomerate this time. We're going to talk about Ayala Corporation. Let me erase this and this and this and this and this. So if you notice it, nothing much has changed still. That's why I like technicals, because people always say that when you do technicals, you really have to look at it minute by minute. But the range is still intact and the trend is still intact. So those are the underlying things that stock traders who use technical analysis should follow. That there will be minute-to-minute movements, there will be day-to-day movements. But as long as the range will hold, then there really isn't any urgency yet. So the way we interpret Ayala Corp also right now is, number one, it failed to break out from the 762 resistance. Failure to break for the 762 resistance will just make it trade at the range of 723, which is your support, as you can see here. And then your resistance is 762. So these are the ranges for Ayala Corp. Please write this down, 723. Again, I hope you're taking notes. This is not stock picks. These are not stock picks, but this is me sharing my ideologies, my strategies on how I analyze stocks. I hope that you study this so that you can take this, learn this, and implement this for your own trading and investing, because it's never about you relying on what I say. It's about you discovering it, learning the rudiments, building your strategy on your own, because that's what's going to make this sustainable. That what the skills that you generate here from 2020, it will allow you to be good in stocks 2025, 2030, 2035, 2040. You will learn this and know this in perpetuity. And that's what I believe so interesting about it. Anyways, breakout from 762, resistance will be 806. So please write this down, 723, support, 762, resistance, breakout from 762, 806 resistance level. If I zoom out here, if you notice it, it's still currently consolidating since June 2020, since we hit the GCQ, or at least there was an announcement for Metro Manila to go into GCQ. AC, by the way, closed down 1.7. Last price was 750. Price yesterday was 763. Value turnover was 207 million pesos. Now let's look at another Ayala subsidiary. So normally, the ones that have very, very large value turnovers are the large cap stocks, but not just that. They're mostly SM stocks. They're mostly also Ayala stocks. Now, we talked about Ali, we talked about AFC. We're going to talk about BPI. BPI, as you all know, is Ayala Corporation's bank. So as you can see here, it's trying to still move. I drew this rounding bottom. I drew this rounding bottom, but it somehow also looks like this. No, this could somehow look like a cup and handle of sorts. That's why I'm not such a big fan of doing chart patterns, because it's so subjective. This could be a large rounding bottom, or this could also be a cup and handle. But there's something that's consistent though. Your resistance is 77.8, 74.43, and your support is 67.4. So please write this down: 67.4 support, 74.4 resistance, and 77.8 resistance. So again, breakout from the 74.3 level, next target will be 77.8. Failure to hold the 74.4 level, support will be the 67.4 level. And please, if you're watching this and as you're looking at this and as we're analyzing this, you will see it's also still consolidating. What will make it push higher is if it breaks past the 77.8 level. And if you'll allow me to, it's trying to build its own also upward trending line right here. But for it to push massively higher, it needs to break out from the 77.8 range. Breakout from the 77.8 range, target is 85.6. Next one is 89.5, followed by 97.6. And by the way, I think I drew this already before. If you'll connect this together, the downward trending line for BPI, at least from the 2019 standpoint, end of year 2019 standpoint, looks like it's broken also. So let's see later on if it's how strong it is that it could possibly also break past this resistance at the 117 level, which was a high from 2018, and we're very, very close to the 3-year mark from the time it hit that level. So that being said, no, when we saw the markets hit high upon high upon high in 2018, it's been a while also before we've seen it go back, or at least break out from those levels. So that's why the name of the game really is to follow your plan, because the thing about the market is we cannot control, we cannot forecast, we cannot see where it will be. We can only just base it on valuations, growth via fundamentals, or if you love technical analysis, that's where you can just look at it from a charting perspective as well. Comment below if you're learning, comment if this is helping you, comment if you're staying up until the 12-minute mark. Anyways, excited na naman ako. I shouldn't talk so fast kasi when I talk so fast, that's when I strain my voice, and I don't want to strain my voice because I just want to do a lot of videos for all of you in perpetuity. Anyways, this is SM Prime. I noted this before that it's building its own upward trend also. But I also noted that, as you can see here, wala nagbago eh. The resistance is still 33.78. The support is still 31.96. Since the time we drew this, boom, it still has not broken out successfully. It tried to end of October 23, but failed, dropped down. Current consolidatory level, 31.96 support, 33.78 resistance. So please write this down. Failure to hold 31.96. Retracement level will be 29.7. Bounce from 31.96. Resistance is 33.78, and that could be its possible target area. And if you'll measure it though, not so much 5.7, but breakout from 33.78, target is 38.47. But the stock, SM Prime, is continually trying to break out, trying to make its own uptrend. But I really believe that it will continue in this fashion if it breaks out from these two resistances, 38.47, and which is its all-time high around 43 pesos per share. That's what will make SM Prime get out from this range that it's currently moving into. Because if, as you can see right here, this is the uptrend for SM Prime. It's a very, very long, massive. Oops, naputol. Naputol. Okay, this is a very, very long and massive. What's happening to my drawing? Wait lang guys. Yan. Okay. This is the long uptrend of SM Prime, and if you note this also, this I started to draw this from the 2012 level. So if you notice it here, even if I zoom out, it could even extend there. But from the 2012 level, this mega uptrend was also broken. That's why it is where it is right now. So it could possibly move sideways, but for it to have and build and go above and make another uptrend, needs to break out from the 43 level, the very least, for SM Prime. By the way, SM Prime closed at 33. Price yesterday was 33.7. It's down 2.08%. Value turnover is 340 million pesos. Next, Converge, CNVRG. Same thing. I mentioned this also yesterday when we talked about Converge. I mentioned that Converge was at the resistance. The resistance currently is at 15.25 pesos per share. CNVRG did not break the resistance. So as it did not break it, support is still 13.9, resistance is still 15.25. I repeat, converge 13.9, support, resistance 15.25. It's the third day already from it failing to break out from the 15.25 level. That's why there's a possibility, there's a narrative that if selling will continue, it could go back to the support at 13.9, or the resistance where it's supposed to attack right now is at 15.25. So for those who want to measure this, support 13.9, resistance 15.25. This is a 9.6% range for those who would want to respect the support and resistances from this level. Converge closed at 14.54. Yesterday it was 14.78. The stock is down 1.62%. Value turnovers 429 million pesos. Last three stocks. Comment below kung naabutan nyo pa to. Last three stocks. Sino sa inyo you stay up until the end every time the videos are being created? I want to know. I know there's some. I am just so curious. Anyways, let's look at SM, then BDO, then Dito. Okay, let's do this. So SM first. SM again, companies that have one of the largest value turnovers. If you look at SM, close at 974, up 2.58, value turnover 441 million. Yesterday's price was 950, up 24.5 pesos per share. Looking at it here, resistance for SM is 991.5, support is 901. So I'll try to clean this up for you guys so you see it better. What we're seeing right now is its failure to break out from the 991 level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days already below the 991 resistance. Failure to break that range is 901.4. If you'll try to measure this entire range, also this is around roughly 10%. So ideal place for it is near the support sun at 9.1 for those who want to pick it up. But failure to break the 991 level, this also could signal an area for those who would want to take profits on the stock as well. So that's where we are for SM. That's the current progression, similar to the other examples or stocks that we've analyzed since March or at some point in June. Stocks have moved sideways still. Next, we're going to transition to another Henry C, Hans C, Tessie Coson stock, part of the siblings. They call them now, by the way, trivia, they're called SY Blinks. Those are the sons and daughters of Henry C. Siblings. Anyways, BDO closed at 90, up 1.24%. Previous price 88.9. Value turnover 468 million pesos per share. BDO similar to BDI, no? BDI, PPI, dropped, then moved sideways. Ganun din yung BDO. BDO drop, move sideways. If you look at it here, current resistance for BDO is around 93.3. Current support for BDO is 84.93. It still has not, from the time we did the video, it failed to hold the 893.4 level. But as of that time, hindi pa niya nababalikan yung support at 84.93. What we do know right now, by the time this video is being made, the resistance at 93.35 was broken. As it was broken, it dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days already, but it still has not gone back at the possible support level. So most ideal way to pick it up, 84.93 or at least 85.8. Then target price 93.3. Next target price is at the 101 level. Then next target price is the 113 level. But all things being equal, BDO is still relatively sideways as of this point in time. So that's where we are for BDO. Now, lastly, last but not least, one of the most requested stocks over the past few weeks, especially when it changed its name from ISM to Dito. We're talking about Dito. Dito closed at 6.62, down 2.93. Value turnovers 585 million. From the downward push of 2.93, closed yesterday at 6.82. It's lower today at 6.62. So for those who followed the videos that we did, I posted the videos on them that the movement of Dito is 6 pesos support, 7 pesos resistance, and that still, as of today, has not changed. Whatever we're seeing right now is because of its failure to break out from the 7 peso level. So again, those who made this trade, this 21.6 trade, buy at close to 6, target at 7. I think they have a good 20-21% trade. So now, most ideal still is if it does not break this possible area, possible retracement will go here, break out from 7. Then If it breaks out from 7, then we could possibly see a higher move again for Dito. But it's very, very clear since the start of October, more than a month now, Dito is consolidating 5.86/6 pesos per share. Support resistance, it's at 7.02. And as you've noticed it already, no, even for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days already, Dito has not broken out from the resistance, and it's closer to the resistance than where the support is. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this. Of course, it is coming out past 10, but I want to discuss about CNPF also. I might put it out in the vlog after this or the podcast after this. If you want more of that, put them in the description below. And while we're doing this, it's election time in the States. Who do you think will win? You think it's Trump? You think it's Biden? You think how do you think markets will react? How do you think it will go? But anyways, I hope you guys got a lot from this. And again, please do not buy, sell, hold the stock just because it's discussed in YouTube. But there, I hope you guys got a lot, and I hope that this is something that added value and content to all of you. If you guys want more stocks to be analyzed, just put them in the comments section below, and we're gonna make videos for you guys, and we're gonna do it as often as we can. If you have personal questions, slide a DM via Instagram, or send a message via Patreon, or sign up for our YouTube community. Link is in the description below for those who want to be part of that as well. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.